Hey guys, today I want to talk about having mental health issues in the Philippines. And there's a huge vacuum over here of very little help for people that suffer from PTSD or mental health issues over here. And everybody suffers from some sort of mental health issues at some point in their life. It might be depression, it might be PTSD, it might be what have you. A lot of people have trauma from being veterans in a war or whatever. And this is kind of what I want to talk about is the mental health issues that people have over here. And I have a lot of people coming into this country that have PTSD, have a lot of mental health issues. The problem over here is you can't get the help that you get back home for these mental health issues. And that can be a huge problem, okay? Because if you're not getting treated, you're going to get worse in most cases, or you'll stay level where you're at. I've seen a person come in here recently, and this guy here was kind of off the charts with PTSD. He was a veteran. I happened to see him at the PRA, and he was off the charts the way he was talking to people at the PRA. He was very disrespectful. And everybody has some control. I get it that, there are people that don't have control. And if you don't have control, I don't think the Philippines is a place for you to come. I will say that straight out. And this guy obviously had no control. And he was accusing people of things, and every person there that was trying to help him at the Philippine Retirement Authority, he was attacking. He was attacking me. He was attacking an agent that I go there with often, and he was really going at it, and he was accusing people of things that were false, and it was really, kind of hard to watch. This person obviously should not be coming to the Philippines unless he gets some sort of treatment before he comes here. We have a lot of people coming here with those issues, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I say this, and I'm very adamant and strong about this because it's for your good that you shouldn't be here, okay? Because over here, if you yell at people or you go off the charts with people, you go off on somebody over here, you can get arrested and you can get in trouble. If you go off on your landlord, or you go off on some woman behind the register, and this is a daily occurrence with you, and these people don't understand your background, you're going to end up getting arrested. And this guy here was like this far away, probably, if somebody didn't already complain about him already, from not being able to get a retirement visa. We were trying to help him, and we were willing to help him for free, but he was actually going to be a person that was going to be working with us, and he ended up going to somebody else and paying them, and they weren't doing the job. So when he came up to Manila, he was really angry, and he was angry at everybody, and the agent that was there offered to help him for free right then and there that day and get everything done for him probably that day. And he said, no, I already paid somebody else. Well, they're not doing their job. And he was very adamant about that. His thinking was not there. He was not thinking logically. He was a little bit off on his thinking and on his treatment of people, okay? And you cannot be like that here. You cannot be like going off on everybody here in the Philippines. It just does not go over well here. If you're in a foreign land, you do not want to come over here with mental illness, PTSD, whatever it may be. If it's untreated and you spout off on people, and there are people here that have PTSD and can function properly, okay? So I don't want people to think like I'm attacking everybody or I'm attacking veterans. I'm a veteran. I'm not attacking veterans here, okay? I'm stating something for your own good that you need to be treated or be on some sort of medications to keep your cool over here, because if you go off on certain people over here, there is the chance of getting arrested over here. You're in a foreign land, okay? And we all know that in a foreign land, things do not go the way that they do back in the U.S. In America, in the United States, I think we have a lot more tolerance for people. And they have a lot of tolerance over here too. But a lot of people do not have tolerance for people that really, really go over the edge. Like if you were in the Bureau of Immigration and you did that to somebody, you would get rejected right away, probably sent home, possibly blacklisted or worse, possibly even thrown into jail for a while. And you just do not want to go there. You just don't want to go there. Here's the other issue over here. Mental health over here isn't taken care of as well as it is back in the U.S. It's harder to find good mental health professionals over here that will help people with PTSD, will help people with mental disorders, anxiety, possibly sleep issues, things like that. It's a little bit harder to get treated over here for any mental health issues. Depression. Can you get treated over here? Yes, you can. You got to really seek it out. But if you're out and you're far away from the main city, any of the main cities here in the Philippines, it's very difficult to find help for what you need. And if you do have this stuff, I think you need to seek help before you get here and get treatment to keep you level-headed, I should say, over here, because some people that have mental illnesses do not have control over their life as much as others do. And when you're level and you're good, then you're all set to come over here. If you got any issue, no matter what mental health issue it is, whether it be PTSD or whatever. But I would not recommend that some people come over here that have the issue of constantly spouting off against people or about people, or their hatred for people, or that they dislike things, or they just go into this manic, depressive rage on people, and everything bothers them. And that's what I see with some of the expats over here that do suffer from PTSD. And here's a sad part about PTSD. A lot of people with PTSD get put down by non-military, non-veteran types, civilian types, thinking that they're just people that are just looking for a check. And they don't understand unseen disabilities. And we have some people over here, and they talk about their veterans benefits all the time in front of other expats, and a lot of other expats that are non-veterans or even sometimes veterans put down some of these guys because they don't understand their disability, and it's their unseen disabilities. And I know about these disabilities. I've worked with mental health issues with children and families for about 10 years. And I know about hidden disabilities. People just don't understand them. The same goes for people that are on SSDI or SSI or whatever, and they have mental health issues, and they collect a check or whatever. A lot of people hate them for receiving a check. They think it's fake or fraudulent or whatever all the time. And that's the sad part about the PTSD and stuff like that. And over here, I think people open their mouths or they talk crap more about people when these guys start talking. And some of these people, and I know a few people like this myself personally, that they have to explain everything to everybody. They have to explain their problem to everybody. And it puts them in a worse situation than they are now. And here's the sad part, the very sad part about this is that a lot of expats over here that have mental health issues, Filipinas that are just bad Filipinas. I'll just say it that way. I'll say that they're people that are they're gold diggers. They look at these people like that they can control them because they know that they have these issues. They know how to push their buttons to get what they want when they want money or whatever. And I know of several individuals here that suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression, and their families just go after them just for their money. And that's their money. That's their disability. That's their money. And they go very strongly after it. Not just the girlfriend. Sometimes the whole family. And it's kind of sad to watch that. And a lot of the times people ask me, "Hey, Steve, what should I do?" Like I'm the answer man, you know what I mean? And I'm really not the answer man. I give them my best advice. And I tell people to run when you're with a family that's just taking your money and that's all they want you for, and they're blackmailing you into giving them money, then leave. Run as fast as you can, because that's not the place for you to be. There's somebody out there that will take care of you and love you better than that family will. I have a really wonderful girlfriend, and I'll say this here, that one thing I know is that her family is not out to just bug me for money or anything. They don't ask me for money. They never do. And I'm very proud of my girlfriend's family for that. And you have to look to find a decent girlfriend over here, to be honest with you. And a lot of guys think that once you get off the plane, oh man, just boom, they're going to be right there, and the first girl I meet, I'm going to move in with and get married to or whatever. It doesn't work that way. You still have to, call the herd over here, whatever you want to call it, and just go through it and try to find the good one, and you'll get there. But to you guys coming over here, a lot of guys in the United States that will say that they weren't, for whatever issues they had, whether it be looks or personality or abrasiveness or whatever. Back home, they had problems dating. Over here, you don't have problems dating, and you run into girls that are really good looking or decent girls, but they might be looking at you for the wrong reason. They might be looking for this instead of you. There are girls here that do want to find somebody to get married to. They do want to find somebody that will be their partner for life, and they do want to be married for life. There's a ton of women over here that want that. The problem is that the people with PTSD, anxiety issues, some of the people over here that are gold diggers immediately pick up on that. They pick up on that, and they use that to their advantage to scare you. I've seen a few people over here, that I've dated that have tried to pulling that stunt on me, and I've seen it with other expats here. They tried to use, blackmail or fraud, or they try to do something to you or steal from you or what have you. It can be scary going through that, and if you have PTSD or anxiety issues, they're going to make that 10 times or 50 times worse than what you have now. And it's going to throw you into a state of chaos, total chaos, mental health wise. And guys are really afraid of some of the women over here when that starts to happen. And I don't blame them, because the girls over here, they try to have you thrown into jail or whatever. They try to do a lot of stuff to you. Be careful, guys. If you suffer from mental health issues so bad that you might go into one of those states over here where if some girl goes after you, you're gonna go off the charts, mental health wise. It's not the place to be. It's not. You might find yourself in a legal issue. You might find yourself in a police station or something because the girl's falsely accusing you. It happens over here, probably way more than it does back home. These girls are armchair lawyers, a lot of them, the girls that do this to people. I'm not saying all the girls over here are like that. They're not. There's more good girls over here than there are bad girls. You know, most of the people here are really decent. There's older women and there's younger women. You're more likely to run into this with a younger woman than you are with an older woman. That's my thoughts on that, okay? You're more likely to find it with a younger woman than you are with an older woman. Older women over here are much more laid back. They've already sowed their wild oats. They want to settle down because they went through a divorce or what have you. But, you know, older women have issues just like we have issues. They're going to have their baggage. You got your baggage, you know, and you got to kind of lay it all out there and let them know your problems. A lot of women don't know enough about PTSD to understand you, or anxiety. People over here are not educated on mental health issues like we are back in the States. You know, they're just not up on it. They don't have like therapists here like we do back in the States, where you can go in and talk out your issues. You know, they're very difficult to find somebody like that here. It's very hard, you know, and it's a problem because people are poor here. They don't cater to people for mental health issues because insurance doesn't work the same way here. If they did have really good insurance over here, they would have more mental health care. That's my thoughts. But you're not going to find good mental health care in the Philippines. You're not. You're just not going to find it. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk about that a little bit, let you guys know what's going on. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to put down people that have PTSD. This is coming from the heart to let you guys know to be careful coming over here, because in the end, you might get hurt worse over here, because you're not going to be able to seek help like you can back home at the local VA if you have PTSD or whatever other mental health issues you have, or you might not be able to find a mental health facility over here like you can back home. It's not the same. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.